have here is Ford's latest Ranger. It's quite similar to the previous vehicle under the skin, but the face is different. As you can see, it's got quite a lot more rugged looking, and Ford's made a lot more of the Ford badge up front. Living in a rural area as I do, I quite like these high-riding utes. I'm not paying for the complexity of a four-wheel drive, but I've got the extra ground clearance. Little downside obviously that I'm having to load onto a higher tray, but you can get around that fairly easily. With the double cab, obviously the tray is a little bit smaller, but with the tailgate down I can still load my trail bike. There are tie-down points as standard, although the tray liner is an aftermarket item. I actually quite like these little can holders on the tailgate to stop your drink sliding off. And the tonneau is another aftermarket item. Really good idea. If you're carrying smaller items, it keeps them out of sight and it keeps them in the tray when you're driving where they belong. Utes like this are a compromise. They're trying to be a bit of a bob each way. They make up a third of the market at the moment, and that's partly because people can use them for work during the week and family at the weekend. It still feels a bit agricultural though inside, so very basic looks, hardware in plastics, a pull-out tray for your documents, that sort of thing. You could work in this and then at the weekend carry the family. You'd be making a little bit of a compromise, but not an unacceptable one. The weekend type features include ABS brakes. Obviously employers are aware of the need for those. We have 4 airbags. I like the fact the side ones are in the seat, so it doesn't matter where I have the seat adjusted, I'm going to be protected. There's only a centre lap belt in the rear which you want to avoid using, but if you have small children you'll find there are already holes pre-drilled in the safest place for your child seat tether point bolts. You can plug in your iPod, there's a PowerPoint, split level, glove box, console, lots of storage. Ford's Ranger has fairly agricultural underpinnings. You know you're driving a truck, but they have found a fairly good balance. You can drive it on road and it's probably one of the more car-oriented truck-based pickup trucks, and you could go a long distance and not feel too much as if you were driving an agricultural vehicle, let's say. The ride in this Ranger feels quieter than it was in its predecessor. Now, Ford says there's no real reason for that, but the tyres have changed. They're now Dunlop, not Michelin, and that could be why it doesn't sound so noisy on road. The 3-litre engine pulls very strongly, plenty of grunt. This thing will tow 2 tons and it will carry 1 ton load in the tray. Disc brakes front, drum brakes rear match to ABS, and they do a reasonable job of pulling this thing up. The 2-wheel drive low-ride Ranger chassis cab starts at just under $37,000, and that's with manual windows, manual mirrors. This XLT high-ride wellside auto double cab starts at $48,990, and that's not counting the accessories like the side steps and the tonneau cover. If you're going 4x4, you're starting at $44,290, and again that's a fairly basic vehicle. Lots of utes to choose from in this segment. We're looking at the Toyota Hilux, of course, that's the biggest seller, and then you've got the likes of Nissan's Navara and of course this Ford Ranger. They all come with a very wide range of choice, from cab chassis up to double cab with all the extras. Why buy a 2-wheel drive ute? Well, obviously they're more affordable to buy, they're more affordable to run. Particularly with this high-riding version, you've got the ground clearance a semi-rural person like me needs, but you're not paying for the complexity. Why buy a double cab? Well, if you've got a family, you obviously need the rear seats, and you may not need the full space of a single cab's tray. I can carry my dirt bike back here as long as I put the tailgate down, so best of both worlds.